Next is the Snellville Tourist and Trade Association. The chair will recognize Mr. Don Britton.
Thank you. Sorry I missed the meeting last meeting. That's something that came up and could not make it. Your trophy's here. Sorry, it's a little bit late. This was a book, but we got it done. This was supposed to be granite, but it was going to be 85 pounds, so we couldn't get it done. In order to do this, for all that are in the room, this is a trophy that is called the Mayor's Cup that will be awarded to the winner of the Brookwood Southwest High School football game each year and go back and forth between the high schools. And also will have the winning team, the year, and the mayor who presents it also on the trophy. So this is for you guys to get to Brookwood for last year's victory and then work on next year. Things we have coming up, we're working on Snellville Days Parade. We have a lot of response, a lot of applications to be a part of the parade. The farmers market starts up very soon. Susan?
Yes.
How many vendors do you have right now?
36.
36 vendors.
36 produce, but then we have the craft village this year, and so far I have 12.
So we're well on
So
our
we're
way.
excited.
The next edition of the magazine will be out in just a couple of weeks in order to highlight our Snellville Days event that's coming up. And then we are working diligently on a big summer blast off in June that will include our first concert as well as a half marathon, the farmers market that day, and an event that we're trying to coincide with the radio station here in the Atlanta market also. And then 4th of July is right around the corner, and we're already working with First Baptist Church to really help out with that as much as possible.
Any questions of Mr. Britton? Mr. Bender?
Don, do you have the date on that half marathon?
June 18th, Saturday morning.
Can you elaborate on that? I know a little bit more about it, but I'd like the people in the room to hear about it. I mean, I know you work very diligently to get that here in Snellville. There's only going to be 2 in the state.
There's four. We're the Atlanta market.
We're
It's the Georgia Cup Series, half marathon series. There's 4 in the state. We're the Atlanta market race. They usually have about 2,000 participants in that race that'll be in the city that morning. They will be in early in the morning and then be out fairly quickly. Around that weekend is kind of what, we haven't named it yet, but it would kind of be our Snellville Summer Blast Off. We've been working with the Dream House to try to put together the concert series that also would benefit the Dream House also in our area. They have brought Banks and Chains to the table, which we're working on right now, which is a kind of an iconic band, the Atlanta market, maybe do a Friday night concert. And then we're working with Rock 100 right now to do a Saturday afternoon event after the farmers market that would be more of a grilling on the green, wing contest with some local talent also. So it would be a big weekend that would kind of kick off our concert series. It would include the marathon in the middle of it.
I just want to say that because I have watched this, I know how hard you work to be able to get that half marathon here and how many meetings you had. And on behalf of the city, I want to thank you for that. That's a big feather in our cap, and it wouldn't have gotten done if you didn't have those meetings. I appreciate your effort.
Mr. Spot?
This half marathon, does it require someone to be as fit as me there, or is it Red Cross going to be on the way?
We'll have a couple ambulances there because if I try to run it too, I'm going to need one also.
I'm killing you.
Defibrillator.
So it's going to begin here, or it's going to begin somewhere else?
It'll be out of Briscoe Park.
Bristol. Thank you.
Mr. Warner?
My big question was, I know the logistics of a half marathon are quite substantial. I was wondering where it was going to start, where it was going to go.
We sat down and talked with the chief about that to make sure that we had an area start and finish to make sure, and the exact route has not been determined yet, but it would stay off the main areas of town, so they wouldn't have to close anything down to keep. Of course, you could close anything on 78 down, so it'd be out the back of the park and then around, and probably do some of the neighborhoods in the city. So.
Awesome, thank you.
And where did you say it was going to end, at the hospital?
Yeah, should be at the hospital.
For you?
Yeah.
By Colorado.
We are from there.
That's Tom's wages, more like it.
I saw another email we went through about Christmas ornaments, and we're all working on that, so we will get that taken care of also.
Thank you, Donna, for your service. We appreciate that. Don is the Vice President of Summit Chase Country Club. He does a lot for the city. Next on the agenda is